And there it goes. Hello, everybody. Today is September 15th, 2017. It happens to be my day 11.1.126. And I had a realization this morning. And again, this is a transition blog. It's about my transition. Little details. Probably get a little redundant after a while, but maybe that's not the right word. But anyway. I was somewhat sold on the idea that I didn't want my daughter to call me daddy anymore. Okay. Now, I have always said to her, whatever you want to call me, oh my earrings, whatever you want to call me, as long as it's respectful, and yeah, I'm not expecting her. I'm not out to replace my ex-wife as her mother, because I'm not her mother. I'm her father. Okay. But for some reason, and maybe it was out in public, as much as I say I don't care, when you were out in the grocery store, or we go to Subway or something like that, and you're in line and you get, oh ma'am, how can I help you? And you get that affirmation, and then your daughter says, hey daddy, da 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 da, and you're like, but I'm more concerned about what my daughter thinks than what some stranger thinks. Okay. So I put my daughter ahead of that. So that's okay. But there was a period of time up until very, very recently, like yesterday, that I really wanted her to think of me as Mama Bear or something else. I know a friend of mine likes to be called Mammy or Mommy, like Mammy, M-A-M-I. But the reason why I'm recording the video is because I think my daughter has really labeled me as daddy without really tying that to a gender, okay? In the same way that you could have the name Bob and say, okay, that's a guy because it's Bob. But, it's just the history of that Bob that says, well, Bob's a guy. But you meet Bobbies and whatnot out there. And the movie So I Married an Axe Murderer, the woman in that has several friends that are like guy names like George and whatnot. And I know a Michael that's a girl. So, get over that binary gender thing with names and with parent names. And like I said, my daughter has taken my name as daddy somewhat, very comforting. Daddy's going to take care of you. Daddy's here to support you. Daddy's here to listen. Daddy is somewhat of a rock. Daddy's a pillar. Daddy's always taking care of her. Daddy's been there since day one. Never left. So it's one of those things for me to kind of poo-poo caca her calling me daddy. It's not really fair. Maybe. You know what I mean? It's like a name that someone calls you with affection and to a certain degree with a bit of respect and honor. Like I said, I feel like it's not really good for me to try and discourage that. I don't want her to disrespect me. And if she finds comfort in daddy, then I need to be daddy. You know what I mean? What else am I going to be, right? But I don't know. Like I said, as part of marking kind of where I'm in my transition and everything. I mean, um, I have to put the child first. I have to put my daughter first, and if that's what she wants, then that's okay, you know. And yes, when we're out at Subway or the grocery store or the gas station or somewhere with people, again, it's her opinion of me that matters the most. And in the past, I think I was trying to make things easier. You know, if people assume I'm her mother, then don't correct them. Unless it really, really matters. Her school teacher, yes. Someone important who's going to be come back in her life again, yes. But someone who you don't know, who you meet casually, that you're never going to see again, I guess my hope was she could just let it slide, and not correct them or whatnot. But anyway, food for thought. Food for thought. I've not really thought it through. It just struck me this morning, kind of as I took her to the bus stop, and she gave me a hug and she said, "I love you, Daddy." You know, like I said, 10 years old, and she loves me and she appreciates me. Why would I try to change that? Food for thought. I don't have an answer to it. It's a rhetorical question, but something to think about. And if that happens in your own life, again, adults are different. Our children are different. Adults, like our friends and people that we meet, our coworkers and whatnot, they're mature enough, I think, to grasp that. But that's a huge maturity jump too. And for certain, there are some adults in this world who are very immature, and usually those are the ones who give us grief with dead naming us and whatnot, because they can't accept it. They can't move on. So anyway, just my 2 cents and expressing where I am today on my transition. I hope all is good near you. I have some friends that are a little under the weather today. I hope they feel better soon. It was a really thick cloud cover this morning. It'd be very easy to crawl back into bed. But it's not bedtime yet for me. So, all right, my friends. I hope all is good with your transition and where you are at in your journey. And we'll continue to occasionally. I appreciate you listening and letting me share a little bit about my journey. So until next time, bye. Good luck.